You all need to pay attention to what I'm going to show you if you own even a single XRP, or even if you don't. All right, with everything that is occurring in the markets right now, both catastrophic and amazing, this is likely going to be the most crazy week we have had since November. Look, this is what's going on from a macro perspective this week. These events are occurring on a worldwide scale and have an impact on the world economy. Drone Pyle will hold his conference on Wednesday, the Fed will make its interest rate decision on Wednesday, and the biggest IT companies in the world, such as Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta, will release their results on Wednesday as well. These three events on Wednesday are really important. First, we will be able to determine if we receive a 25 or 50 basis point reduction. This will have a significant impact on how the markets develop, and of course, the amount of capital that is accessible in the markets. The second is the Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta earnings, which are also very significant, because the market will witness some crazy surges if all of these companies declare extraordinary or better than expected results. And now, I'm going to show you guys a clip from none other than Tom Lee. Speaking about his belief that there would be a big rally in November, December, and possibly in the final few days of October, he said that things are going to go crazy. I now want to let you know that my partner, BTCC, is now offering you all a 50% deposit bonus. Take a look at this 50. This means that all of my users will receive a $50,000 trading deposit bonus if they deposit $100,000 on BTCC. Below is my website, levycryptocrusaders.com, where you can register. Additionally, this holds true for everyone who has previously registered via my BTCC link. You will therefore be able to benefit from this if you register using my link in advance and deposit USDT here over the following few days, up to November 4th. Do it now, since this 50% deposit incentive is only available for a short period of time and is completely unique. No other exchange has ever provided it. Simply visit my website, which will look like this, and if you haven't already, click on my BDICC link here. If so, simply make a deposit and you'll be set to go. All right, so trade talks are taking place at the moment, and this is very wild. Hear me out. I told you all a few days ago that Trump will do away with all of these tariffs on China. And sure enough, this morning we received some news that investors are starting to pay attention and that a trade deal is imminent. The US and China have agreed on important trade problems, according to a recent announcement by China's Vice Minister of Commerce. This covers US, Section 301 fees, export controls, trade growth, anti-drug collaboration, tariff suspensions, and fentanyl-related measures. Furthermore, following 2 days of talks, U.S. Treasury Secretary Besant claims that China is now prepared to enter into a trade agreement with the United States. China wants to buy a lot of soybeans from the United States, Besant continued, while President Trump is aiming for a final agreement with China this week. Furthermore, as we stated on October 10th, it is quite like that President Trump's 100% tax on China will not be implemented. This is what I said, this is what the Cabosi letter said, and now here we are. It's being turned around. Therefore, all of the positive criteria that we require, the Fed lowering interest rates and the removal of tariffs, are being fulfilled and are on track for next week. However, significant developments are also taking place in the XRP and cryptocurrency ecosystems. Above all, I would like to share this with you all. The money. Zelle, the processor, will enable cryptocurrency stablecoin payments for cross-border transactions. All right, this is Zelle. This is PayPal. This is an intermediary service for financial transactions and a significant payment processor. They are forcing all of the big banks to take these actions. Right now, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and others are taking these actions. And I've noticed some of your remarks like, yes, we do have all of this wonderful news. Why does an XRP currency cost $1,000? The reason for this is straightforward. These things are still in the development stage and have not yet been merged. Let it happen if they haven't completed these transactions yet, but we know they are working on it. They recognize the importance of this and are making the announcements and bringing it to fruition, gentlemen. All of the big banks wants to have stable coins, so all of the big banks will have to store the cryptocurrency for those stable transactions in order to pay the gas fees. They will also be investing in those blockchains because it makes sense if you're going to be, you are aware. The benefit of holding Tether is that you can transact in billions and billions of dollars and then access billions and billions more dollars in treasury funds. Naturally, they use it to purchase treasury bills in order to obtain all of that more money. Since they will be contributing trillions of dollars to the expansion of these blockchains, they will also purchase all of these cryptocurrencies. All of this is, of course, taking place. As these factors come to pass, I do believe that we will witness a significant rally until the end of this year. The acquisition of the XRP Ripple Hidden Road is complete. Brad Garlinghouse has publicly said that they are working on making XRP the central component of this. Trillions of dollars are spent by the Hidden Road acquisition team. Please pay attention to what I have to say. Then have a look at this. When Tom Lee appeared, he had a quite intriguing quote. I'm just going to play this Tom Lee clip. From a recent interview this is taken. He has some quite optimistic projections, so pay close attention. And to be very honest, I believe he makes a valid point. Pay attention. Crypto will continue to rise till the end of the year. Additionally, JP Morgan's statement that they are amenable to the use of cryptocurrency as collateral is quite beneficial. The S&P is at 6,800, and we have 10 weeks left before the year ends. It's still a base case, in my opinion, for individuals to claim that the S&P should increase by an additional 4% in a normal year. By the end of the year, that would put us over 7,000. And that, in my opinion, is the bare minimum. However, since the Fed began cutting in September, they have remained on hold for the entire year, something that has only happened twice in the past 50 years, in 2024 and 1998. Given the skepticism that has afflicted this market throughout the year, I genuinely believe that the S&P might do much better than 4%, perhaps even 10% by the end of the year. Wow, all right, but where does cryptocurrency come in? Particularly when you compare the movements of those currencies to the current state of global commerce, tariffs, and other issues. On October 10th, there was a significant deleveraging event in the cryptocurrency market, which was partly brought on by the growing trade and tariff tensions between the US and China. Yes, that was the largest cryptocurrency liquidation event in 5 years. Thus, 2 weeks later, the crypto market is still suffering from those knock-on consequences. However, given that a metric known as open interest for both Ethereum and Bitcoin is at all-time lows while the technicals for both are turning positive, I believe we're almost done with that. Therefore, I believe that a cryptocurrency surge will continue until the end of the year. Additionally, JP Morgan's statement that they are amenable to the use of cryptocurrency as collateral is quite beneficial. You will. That's exactly right. He says this several times. Cryptocurrency will be accepted as collateral by banks. The world's biggest banks. Discussing the possibility of doing this. We appreciate you viewing, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you all shortly. Goodbye.